So last session, that is yesterday, what we saw was I spoke about the history of languages, like how the languages came into existence one by one, like from binary to assembly, assembly to high level to object. That history we saw. Don't bother, okay, about all that history. End of the day, they are all languages given for what? Communicating with the processor. There are plenty of languages. Among them, Java is the leading. Yesterday we discussed. So one more thing is here, a language is always used for communication. This also you should understand now. A language is always used for communication. Okay. So now it is we who are interested in communicating with the computer. It is we who are interested to learn, communicate with the processor. So we have to learn the computer's language. Okay, the computer understands only one language. Which one is that? Machine level language or binary language. It does not understand any language. But the problem is, for us to learn binary is very difficult. So that is why what we do is we learn high level languages. Okay, then we convert that high level language into low level language or machine level language by compiling, and then we give it to the processor for execution. This is the process what we take. So it is we who have to learn the the language understood by the computer now. Understood? Computer will not learn our language because I am interested to communicate with the computer. I have to learn the computer's language. So we are going to, and here we have decided to learn what now? Java language to communicate with the processor. Okay. So we'll start off learning with Java. Okay. So yesterday I told you about this part. One more part what I told you yesterday was what? About the operating system. Okay. I showed you some few things about the operating system. Okay, so just let me revise it for you, what we covered yesterday. So see, this is a brand new PC what we have got, like here, we don't have any softwares installed, only one thing what we have installed is Windows operating system, and we have got Windows 7, I have installed Windows 7. Okay, so I have installed Windows 7 here. So in this Windows 7 what has happened is, let's see now, you know how to go to DOS prompt in Windows? Windows R, you press shortcut keys, Windows R, you get the run command. So here you can type CMD, so it will take you to the DOS prompt. Understood? So here in this DOS prompt you can execute many exe files. Some of the exe files which you can execute are calc. So this is an exe file. If you run that exe file, what happens? That calculator, that's an application now. It will run and it will execute. One more you can type, notepad. Okay, so like that many exe files are there here. You can execute any exe file and open it up. So this is one way of executing your exe files from DOS prompt. If you are interested, do like this. Or there's one more approach we can take. You can go to what? Windows style also. You click here, automatically what happens? That application will open up. So you can open your applications from DOS also, or you can open your applications from Windows also. But in DOS you have to know the command. In Windows it is UI. You double click, it will open. So which option you want, you can choose. But just I showed you, like if you type anything into DOS prompt, exe files get executed. So in the OS, there are a lot of built-in exe files. Built-in. They are already inside it. When you install OS, you are getting all this. So by default, Windows will give you so many small applications like calculator, notepad and all that will give you by default. Okay. So fine. And in one more thing what we have to understand and notice here is, in the DOS prompt, see, I cannot type anything I want. If I type calc, it will work. If I type notepad, it will work. Because these are all exe files, they execute. But if I go and type the Ravi, it will not execute. It will give an error. Saying what? Ravi is an internal external command error. If I type cluster, that also is an error. So they are not exe files. They are not given to in the Windows operating system. So that's why it will give the error to you. So here, these exe files, so we are typing here, but where are these exe files present? That is one more question now. They are exe files now. So it has to be executed. So the Windows has to execute this exe file, means where it is going to search for this exe file in that entire your hard disk. Because you are having a very big hard disk now. You might have 80 GB, 120 GB, 360 GB, whatever. So in that GB of hard disk, a small exe file, where can it be searched now? So it becomes very difficult for the OS to locate the exe file. So that is why what are Windows people doing is, they are using one variable by name path. They are using one variable by name path. So path is a variable name used by the Windows operating system to locate the binary files or exe files. Path is the variable name used by the Windows operating system to locate the binary files or exe files. Okay, so whenever you type anything here, actually internally Windows is referring to a variable by name path, and that path variable will tell where exactly is this exe file located. It will start searching now. So now let us little understand about path variable now. Okay, path is a built-in variable where in the Windows operating system. So let's see where is that path variable. If you want, means it's there in the computer now. Okay, so if you want, you can see the path variable like this. This is one option. Okay, you can go to computer, right click, properties, you get the screen. Here you click on advanced system settings. Okay, and here you click on environment variables. If you go to this location, see there are many variables. There are many variables, but I am particularly talking about a variable by name path. I am particularly talking about a variable by name path. Yesterday we have discussed this. Still I am revising it for you because this is very, very crucial actually, how things get executed in the OS. So here you have got the path variable. This is by default created. All these variable names are by default created. When you install OS only, you will be getting all this. Understood? When you install OS only, you will be getting all these variable names. Right now I have not installed anything in this computer, but still you are having so many variable names. So this is the variable name and this is its corresponding value. You can see the value here. So what is the value of path? Let's see this. See here it is very clearly showing C drive Windows System 32. It is clearly showing you. Okay, and if I say edit, click on edit. So what will happen? Now you will get that. Means one more screen you will get. Just it will show you the value inside. But when it is showing you now, what it is showing you? System root it shows you. See here in the bottom it shows you correct C drive System 32. But there what it is showing you? System root. So like that it shows. Don't bother how it shows, but the value of path variable is what? C drive Windows like this. So here what happens? You can go to DOS, which on Notepad now. You can open a Notepad and there I will copy that value now. See, whatever value we got here now, we will copy it. You can see that value now. So this is the value. See, first of all, path variable. Path is a what? What is path? Path is a variable name used by the Windows operating system to locate the binary files. Now these are the value of path variable. This is the value of path variable. What is the value? This is the value. Now system root is also one more variable name for your information. System root is also one more variable name for your information. I will show you the value of system root also. So one more variable name, path variable. Path is a variable name now. Next, one more variable name is there now. Which one? System root. And the value of system root variable is what? Is what? I'll write it for you. It is C drive / Windows. What is the value? We'll see it here only. C drive Windows. That's the value. So this is the value of system root. Fine. So if you want to see the value of the variables, you can see it in environment variables like this. But there's one more way you can see the value of the path variable. This is one way how you can see it. So I'll cancel this. Just I saw. Okay, one more way how you can see this is where? In DOS prompt only you can see the value of path variable. If you want, you can type here echo. See, echo is also one more command now. First I'll introduce echo command to you. Echo Ravi. If I type echo Ravi now, it prints as it is. It's like a printf statement. In C I got printf now. So here Windows operating system is also giving on similar statement. If you use this, it will print whatever you give. Echo Ravi. So if I type echo cluster, it will print that itself. Similarly, if I type echo path, it will print me echo path only it prints. But I don't want to print path as it is. I want the value in the path variable to be printed. That is what I want. That is what I want. So to print that, we use something like this. Echo percentage path percentage. Here percentage is the delimiter. If I use this delimiter, what will happen? It will print me the value in the path variable. See this, it prints. Same, what you saw in that Windows output environment variables, the same thing you are seeing here also. There is not much of a difference. Are you clear with this? So if you want, you can take this value. See, it's the same value here. Only thing is I got that value from what? DOS prompt. So in DOS prompt also you can type what? This is in DOS prompt now. And from DOS prompt also you can get the value now. How will you get? You go there and type simply what? In the DOS prompt type this echo percentage path percentage. Automatically you start seeing this value now. Getting it now? So what is the value of path now? See this, C drive, same value. And if you really want to see now, and now see we are typing here, I'll type anything here, calci I'll type. As soon, sorry, it's not a spelling mistake. So see here, C-A-L-C, so it will execute. You know this very well now. So as soon as you type this, now Windows what it will do, it does not understand exactly what it is. So it does not know it's an exe file also, but just it will refer to the variable by name path. You type there anything, first it will go to what? Path variable. Path variable will tell you to go where? It will ask you to go to, means see, this or see here also, first it will go to this location, C drive Windows system 32. See, if you want, I'll say Control C, I'll take you to which one, that location. You can open the Windows Explorer, paste the path there, so you can see, here you can find so many exe files are there. DLL files, exe files, so many are there. If it is not there in this location, where it will go? It will go to the next location. If it is not there, it will go to this one. If it is not there, it will go to this one. Somewhere it will go and execute that exe file, somewhere. If it is not there only, then only it will get the error. So the computer is not going to waste time searching in the whole hard disk. It is going to look only in these particular locations. If the file is there in any other location, it cannot execute. The exe file cannot be executed. If you are having a exe file, compulsory the exe file should be guided like this. Only then it will be executing. The operating system will be executing. You will be having an exe file later, we'll see it. If you want that exe file to execute, what you should do? The value of that, the location of that exe file, you should give it as a value to this path variable. Clear this much now? This is what you have to do. And see one more thing, if you want to see the value of system root also, you can see here, echo percentage system root. What is the value? It is case insensitive. This variable names are case insensitive. You can type system root in caps, path also in caps, anything. Okay, or small, no problem. It is case insensitive, you can type anywhere, but you should type correctly. Echo percentage system root percentage. Echo is also an exe file present in any one of the location. Okay, and that exe file, what it will do? If you give something, it will print as it is, but if you use percentage system root something like this, then it will print the value in that variable. Okay, so it is printing now. C drive Windows. Now that is the value here now. So earlier, see, in the Windows style it was displaying like this. If you want, you can see value of system variable is this, system root variable. If you replace this value here, correctly it will come up now. Replace now. This is your Windows view now. So it will come up correctly. Correct now? View is like that, value remains same. So yesterday we discussed about this operating system and all this. Are you clear with all this now? Do you have any questions? No questions? Okay, fine. So DOS prompt means I can see the value stored in the path variable either in the Windows style or I can see it in DOS style. That is my wish. We can see it anywhere. Okay, but end of the day, why did I see that value? Or why did I teach you all this? To tell you exactly how the Windows operating system is executing the exe files. So in Windows it works like this. In Linux they'll have their own variable name. They'll have their own commands. Okay, here more commands are there. See, cd dot dot. What will happen? It will take it to parent folder. But cd is an exe file. mkdir. No, mkdir, no, they are all exe files. del is also an exe file. Rename is an exe file. These are all exe files. Okay, so you can type them and they get executed. So these are DOS commands and you can type them and use it. Balaji, can I? You can type it and use it. Are you clear with this? ಆಫ್ ಮಾಡ್ದ ಹಾಗೆ ಆಫ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಅವ್ನು ಅಲ್ಲೇನೋ ಮಾಡ್ದೆ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ ಮೀನು. ಆಫ್ ಮಾಡ ಒಂದು ನಿಮಿಷ. Okay, so you got the idea about path variable now. So in Windows, path is the variable name used to locate the exe files. Linux might have its own variable name. Macintosh might have its own variable name to locate their corresponding exe files. So yesterday I completed this. Okay, and then one more thing what we'll be seeing now is, yesterday what we completed is the folder structure. So the folder structure, yesterday I showed you. To code now, what you'll be using is, one particular folder structure will follow here. Because, see what happens, you'll be coding a lot of files now. And everybody cannot saving their files wherever you want. All the files are needed when you require it. Because you'll need it for referring. Today you code, tomorrow you code, whenever you code now, you need it for reference. That's why we follow a neat folder structure here. You can go to the, see, Windows E, shortcut you go to the Explorer. In D drive, you can see these two folders. Edit plus example, Eclipse example. Edit plus examples will contain what examples? The examples which you code using Notepad and Edit plus, or even TextPad, anything. But the examples what you code using Eclipse will be stored in this folder. So these are the two folders what we are going to have now. It depends now. See, there are many editors you can use to type Java. Java is a language, but to type that you need editor. Notepad is on it. You can type Java in Notepad. You can type it in Edit plus. So you can use many editors. So where you if you type anything in Notepad, Edit plus and all, you'll keep it in Edit plus. And if you keep it in, if you type it in Eclipse, Eclipse is one more advanced editor, which I will be covering later. So that will be kept in Eclipse examples. So these are the topics which we saw in the last class. So after this now, what we will be covering now is, so all this information I had given to you, I just gave you a revision on this now. So once this revision is given to you, next let's start seeing now. We are going to execute on Java program. So to execute on Java program, what you have to do now is, what you have to do? To execute on Java program, there are three things you have to do now. You have to install Java. Second thing is, you have to write Java software you have to install. And we will be using Java 1.6 version. We'll be working Java 1.6 version. Clear? Java 1.6. And next is you have to write Java program. After writing the program, see, we will write the program. It is high level. It's a high level program. Now processor cannot execute this high level program. So you have to compile it and then execute it. You know the story now. Because for us to code, learn and code, it is very easy. High level language. But now later on the processor does not understand your language. So you have to compile and execute it. So this is, you have to write the program. So for that you will compile and execute. 3 steps are required. So first I'll show you the Java installation. So I'm going to install Java into Windows 7 now. Okay. So we have given the DVDs to you. Okay, means see here we are going to learn many softwares like Java, database, so many things we'll learn, testing and all that. Many softwares we are going to learn. So all these softwares, as soon as you join here, it will be written in a DVD and given it to you. It will be given to you in a DVD. So in that itself, you'll be having one folder called as Java. So that is the software which we have to install. Okay. So from the DVD, you copy it into your drives now, any drive, in the last drive, C drive, D drive, E drive, personal folder will be there, personal drive will be having now, you copy it there. So once you copy it, see, you have to understand the difference now between two words, copying and installing. Now what do you mean by copying? Putting it onto the operating system. Copying means putting on the operating system. You are putting it onto the OS, nothing else, but it's not getting linked. Okay, installing means linking the software with the operating system. This is the difference between these two. So now what we do, from the DVD we'll copy it, but doesn't mean that Java is got installed. Okay, we'll actually install it now. Okay, we'll see how to install it. That's the procedure. So as soon as you install, now Java will get linked with what? Windows operating system. So now to install Java on Windows, you have to take a Windows compatible Java version. Remember that. So there are many softwares in the world you have got, like Java is there, AutoCAD is there, Photoshop is there, so many softwares in the world you have got. So all these are softwares, but when they sell it now, or when we buy it, depending on our operating system, we have to get that software. Supposing I want to use AutoCAD now on Macintosh, so I have to buy a Macintosh compatible AutoCAD. Supposing I want which one? Photoshop. So I have to for Windows now. So I have to buy Windows compatible Photoshop. But in India, we don't have many operating systems. It's a general thing now. What? Everybody uses Windows only. So blindly we say, give me that software, because it's an assumption that you are also using the same software, I'm also using the same software, we'll install it and we'll run. But abroad this doesn't happen. Whenever you take any software, you have to actually ask for the appropriate one and then get it. Okay, because see, why you have to get the appropriate one means it will not get linked otherwise. When we install the softwares now, there is something called as a DLL file. Okay, they are called as dynamic link library files. Okay, when you install, you can notice that many softwares when you install, you'll be seeing extracting DLL files. DLL files are actually called as dynamic link library. Software is same. It might be Photoshop or CorelDRAW, but the link files will vary. So depending on the OS, you have to get it, and now it will link. Dynamic link library files will link. So DLL files will be there, and so here also we'll get the Windows compatible Java, and it will get installed. So if you are trying for coding in, means installing in Linux, you have to get a Linux compatible Java version. For Macintosh, you have to get Macintosh compatible Java version. Okay, like that you have to get the different which one versions. Okay, so right now for Java is available for the following different operating systems. Java is there for Windows nowadays. For these operating systems you can get Java. Okay, you can use means you have Linux compatible one, you got Mac compatible one, Macintosh. Okay, and you got Solaris. So many there are so many versions of Java. Depending on the operating system you have to choose now. So this is the story. So now actually in the DVD we have given you what? Windows compatible Java version. Windows compatible one. So I'll show you how to install that now. So after installing it, next what we'll do? We'll write a simple Java program, compile it, and then we'll execute it. So first I'll show you installation. First I'll show you installation. See this. See, we have copied it from the DVD into this E drive. So here you are having Java folder. It's a folder. In that we have compressed and kept this software. So what you do? Right click and you can extract it because it is compressed. We always compress and give it to you. Reason is we have to give too many softwares. In one DVD we can't write everything. So here you'll get this folder now, JDK6. Double click on that, you'll get this exe file. Okay, means you have to, this is the installable version. So you have to start installing now. How do you install? See this now. Do you have any questions till now? So I'm installing Java now. Okay, on what? Windows. Double click, and I believe you are very good in this. Yes or no? You are very good in this. Accept, then what? Next. Okay, look at the location. Default it will be taking this location. Don't change the path. Java will be installed in C drive, program files. Okay, it will create one folder by name Java, and there it will get installed. So don't change any path. If you want to change the location, change. But you click next, and it will start installing. Clear? So once Java is installed, next we can type our program, compile and execute. So done. Next, you again click on next. This will also take some time. and you can click finish now. So done, Java is installed. Java is installed now. Okay, so we can go to this program, all which one? In second. If you go to Explorer, Windows C drive, program files, you can see Java will be installed here like this. It is installed. Done. So now let us see the folder structure of Java. You have installed now. Let's see what is present in that. So C drive, it is installed in program files. What is the folder which has got created now? Java. See, I am just explaining the folder structure. When you install Java, you will get this now. There is one folder by name Java. Inside this, what you are having now next? See, as a Java developer, you should have a brief idea about what is there you get when you install the Java software. So inside this, there are many folders, but I'll be concentrating on one main folder here called as JDK 1.6. Hyphen and all leave, but I'm just focusing on one folder. Leave the other folder, JRE 1.6. Okay. So in JDK, again you open. See, I'm just exploring the folders for you. What is there in that? As a Java developer, you should know some of the important folders here. Okay. So here, what happens in the JDK? We are having one of the important, many important folders are there. Only the important ones I am writing. We are having one important folder called as bin. One of the important folder what you are seeing here is bin. This one. And one more important folder is there called as JRE. JRE. This one. Then one more folder is there called as lib. Then one more is there called as include. The last one is there called as, see, it's a file. Just see carefully, it is a file. src.zip file. Zip means what? Compressed file. Understood? There are many other things here. Don't bother about that. Just focus on the most important folders. So in bin, what is there? Let's see now. I'll open bin now. One by one we'll start seeing. What is that you are seeing? exe files. These are all exe files. How many exe files are there? So many. Okay. So bin contains binary files or what? exe files. It contains binary files or exe files. In bin, what are you having? Java. See, example now. How many exe files are there? Java c.exe, java.exe, java h.exe. Okay, so many are there. And we are going to learn all these exe files. rmic.exe. Okay, so many exe files are there. The list you can see here, many are there. But among them, most important ones are Java, Java C, Java H, Java P. Many are there. You can list it here itself. See there. Java doc. See java.exe, java c.exe, java doc.exe, java h.exe. These are all exe files. What does the bin folder contain now? Binary files. Next, I'll come back. I'll go up. Okay. So then here in include, what do you find? Next is what folder? JRE. In JRE, there is one more folder called as lib. Other things forget. I'm talking about the most important ones. In JRE, one folder is there called as lib. In lib, there is one folder called as, one file called as rt.jar. I have selected here. See this rt.jar. So in JRE, one folder is there called as lib. In lib, one file is there. This is a file. This is a file. This is not a file folder. So this is a file. It's a compressed file. But they are, instead of naming it as .zip, .7z and all that, they are naming it as .jar. That's all. So anyway, rt.jar. That's the name of the file. Later on I'll be showing you. I'll decompress and show it. Or you know what is decompressing now? Extracting and showing it. I'll show you. This contains a lot of classes, built-in classes. These are the built-in classes which come from the Java library. So this is only Java library. I tell you, no, in Java we don't code anything. Okay, in Java we don't code anything. All the code is ready-made. In other languages, what happens? You go on coding everything. Okay, but here in Java we don't code anything. Everything is there ready-made. So only we have to use the code. So whatever you want to use is actually present in this rt.jar. The full form of this is runtime.java archive files. Full form. Runtime.java archive file we say. Archive means what? Compressed. So that's how it gets the name. rt.jar. rt.jar. 2 words they have taken, one jar, or 1 word they have taken from here, and jar. So run rt jar. This is how they have taken it. Fine. Now what does this rt.jar contain? It's a compressed file. It contains classes. It's a library now. This is Java library. This is nothing but Java library, and it contains classes used by Java developer. So we are going to use plenty of classes now, and it contains classes used by the Java developer. Understood? It contains classes. What does the rt.jar contain? Classes used by Java developer. Next, we'll go to the next folder now. Lib. I'll come outside JRE now. In this there is one more lib. See, in JRE there was one lib. Now in JDK there is one lib. Okay, let's see what is there here. Here one more jar file is there. This is called as tools.jar. See this. Tools.jar. So what is the full form of that? Tools Java archive. That's the full form. Okay. Tools Java archive. That's how it gets the name. Tools, full name it will take Java JR. Tools.jar. That's how they are given a name. Some convention they are following. Leave, don't bother much about that. Only what you have to understand is there is something called as tools.jar, there is something called as rt.jar. So what is tools.jar? This is actually the JVM. This is actually something called as JVM. Okay. So here, then this contains what? Classes used by the JVM. This contains what? Classes used by the JVM. It contains classes which will be used by the JVM. Are you clear with what is tools.jar? See, rt.jar contains classes used by developer. For coding we'll use. Tools.jar contains classes used by the JVM. rt.jar is library, tools.jar is the JVM. JVM full form is Java Virtual Machine. We'll see that later. Okay, I'll be teaching you what is all this. I'm just explaining the folder structure to you. The full form of JVM is Java Virtual Machine. Okay, then include. So what does this include contain now? It contains star.h files. So these are called as header files. Some of the header files you can see now are include, contain. See, these many header files are there. Don't bother too much about this. It just contains header files, .h files. See this, jni.h, jvmti.h, they are called as header files. Example, one of the example I'll write. Which one? jwt.h file. Means it's a header file. Let's see what is that later again. Now finally, there is something called as src.zip file. This one. It's a file, not a folder. It is present in JDK 1.6. So this contains what? Source code. Source code of all Java classes. There are so many built-in classes in Java. Understood? See, Java is open source. Java is open source. Okay, if you want the code of anything, you can get it here. Understood? So, and that source code only is present where in src.zip now. Are you clear with this? So these are the things you get when you install what? Java. Okay, so when you install Java, in fact, let me write it in a simple word to you. We are installing Java 1.6 here. The different things what you get when you install Java are, first one is Java. When you install Java 1.6, you get a JDK kit, we say Java Development Kit. When you install Java 1.6, Java 1.6 and JDK kit are same. We are using Java JDK 1.6, or sometimes we say Java 1.6. JDK 1.6 also same, Java 1.6 also same. This is called as a kit or a software. So in this kit, what all you get? You get many things. You'll get something called as compiler, you'll get interpreter, many things are there. You get compiler, exam, which one is the compiler? Java C. Which one is the interpreter? Java. Okay, you are seeing there now Java C, Java and all that. You are having built in now. When you install it, you will get all this. Then you will get what? JVM. Then you will get what? JRE. Then you will get what? JIT. Right now you will not understand fully what it is, but just I am telling you what all you get when you install Java. So in JVM, what do you get? What is the full form of JVM? Java Virtual Machine. What is JRE? Java Runtime Environment. Java Runtime Environment. What is JIT? Just in time compiler. Just in time compiler. We call it as just in time compiler. So don't worry, we are going to see in depth into all this. Okay, but when you install Java or in the JDK kit, when you use the JDK kit, these many things you will get. Apart from that, you get something powerful. You get on platform called as J2SE platform. J2SE platform it is called. J2SE platform is a full-fledged platform for you to write what? Standalone applications. A full-fledged platform for writing what? Standalone applications. Yesterday we discussed, no, or in the first class we told what? There are many types of applications, standalone, web-based. So by default, you'll get full-fledged support for what? Writing a standalone application. Like you'll get structures, data structures, array list, linked list. Then you'll be getting something like if you want to write, if you want to get connection to database, that support is there. Okay, means your application has to get connection to database now. That support is there. You want to work with structures, that support is there. Means it's a full-fledged support what you get for developing a standalone application. So these many things you get when you install the Java folder. So Java has been installed now. Next, what you have to do? Type your program. Yes or no? Type your program. Type and then what you have to do? Execute. Compile and execute. This is what you have to do now. So that's next step we'll go now. So we have finished with the first one and we studied the folder structure. Next thing what I have to do is write the Java program, compile it, and then I have to execute it. Very simple. So let's see now how to do it. And this is one time. And this subject, the Java subject, you will be studying for 6 months now. Everything you will understand pin to win. What is it? Here. It will take some time for you. Understood? Don't think in one day only you have to understand everything. Java itself has taken around 60 years for invention. And you can't understand this in what? 6 minutes. I just showed you folder structure. I didn't explain anything here. Are you clear? Java's invention only has taken 60 years and it has only got a revolution. Means again Java itself is getting updated every day from past 25 years. 1991 to 2013 you calculate. So this is the history of Java. It's having around 80-90 years of history. Okay. Other languages played a major role for the invention of Java. But Java itself is having history of 25 years. But Java, how it came, that history is another 60 years. So totally if you see 85 years history is there. Understood? So it takes time for you to understand this complete structure, but just I introduced you. When you install Java, you will get all this. Now definitely I have questions. What is compiler? What is interpreter? What is JVM? What is JIT? That is the next thing what you are going to learn now. Step by step, we are going to learn all this now. Clear this? Shall I clear all this? So we'll next write the Java program now. So you know you write C programs also. You have written so many programs. You have written C. You might have written C++. You have written some. In your colleges you have studied one or the other language. You might be from any stream, C, E&C, computer science, whatever it is. But definitely you have studied one language now. So the first program, whichever language you learn, what is that you type? Hello world only. So here also no exception. In Java also I'll get the first output of hello world only. Okay. So how do you write as a simple Java program? Let's see this. Okay, see in all the languages or in most of the languages, many of them, the starting point of execution is which one? Main function, no? Java is also no exception. They didn't want to change everything. They could have given another starting point of execution, but they didn't want to simply burden the developer. So they copied the syntax of what? C, C++ and all that. So here also the starting point of execution starts with main only. So this is how you write a main function in Java. But in Java, this is how it looks. Your function looks like this: public static void main. Compulsory you have to write like this only. This is a function. And you can write anything here. That's your wish. Write anything. You want 1000 lines of code, write here. Finished. But you have to write it in main. That's it. But in Java, one more rule comes. Write whatever you want. Write main or write anything. There's one mandatory rule. Whatever you write, you should write it in something called as a class. Understood? These are the rules you have to follow here. So you have to write it in something called as a class. So you are typing the first Java program, and now see, we can give a name to this. I'm giving the name called as what? Demo. So type anything. There's a mandatory rule now. In Java, you have to type everything within a class. Okay. Now what is a class? You might get that question. That we'll see next. So, but whatever you type, you should type it in a class. Okay. Now in these many lines of code. Okay. Next you want to print now. I just want to print hello world. It's a single line. Fine. Where will you write it? Inside the main function. That's it. Okay. So the thing is now to print in C, what you use? Printf. In C++ we use cout. In Java, what we use for doing the output is we use something called as system.out.println. This is what you write, and you can write hello world. Whatever you want to print, man. That's your wish. Very simple. Hello world. You can print now. Program is ready. But definitely you have questions here. I'm not understanding what is some things here. Okay. You cannot understand all the things in one go here, but little I'll make you relax here. Okay. Little, not completely. Okay. Like see here, we have written all this code, and everything is case sensitive here, highly case sensitive. And if you don't type anything properly, you'll start getting compilation errors. And if your program doesn't compile, what will happen now? It will not execute. Okay. So just to avoid compilation errors, I'll just give you some tips. Okay. Just to avoid compilation errors, I'll give you some tips. What are the tips means? See here, everything is case sensitive in Java. Whatever I underline now, it's time being you understand like this. From tomorrow you'll be going technically, why and all that. Okay. Whatever I underline, just understand they are all keywords. I'm little explaining the program to you now. Whatever I underline here, they are all keywords. You know many languages. You might know C, you might know C++ or whatever language you know. Remember, in all the languages, the keywords are written in small case. Keywords are always written in what? Small case. You have C now, you have C++ now, you know at least C language now. All of you will definitely know that. So in C, how many keywords you know? If, else, do, while, for, whatever keyword you take, all are in what? Small case. Generally, that's what I'm telling you. In every language, the keywords will be small case. So in Java also, there are many keywords. There are around 50 keywords. Okay, and these are among the 50 keywords. Class is one keyword, public is one keyword, static is one keyword, void is one keyword. So obviously they will be in small case now. Now next, class should be given a name now. Okay, but we technically call names as what? Identifiers. In every language you have variable name now, but we call it as what? Identifier. Same here, class will have a name. Any name, technically in all the languages we call it as what? Identifier. So when you are giving names, you can give any name. It's optional. Okay, and it should contain what? Alphabets. There are some rules. We'll see that. Okay, it should contain alphabets. Now, should this be caps? That's the next question. There's no rule that it should be caps, but it's a convention what we follow. Whenever you give a name to the class now, okay, we generally start it with caps. Like if I want to give a class name as cluster, so how will the coding go now? Class cluster. You can give any name. We'll start coding, you'll understand. So C will be caps. So whenever you write a class, make this as a practice. There is no rule, or it's not mandatory. It's a convention. Convention means what? Best practices. Some general things what we follow. Some standards what we follow. Understood? No rule. But we have to see to that it is written as caps. But these are rule because it's a keyword. Class, public, static, void, they should be all in small case. Okay. So supposingly now, see right now your class is having single word. Supposingly the name of your class is having two words. Example, class, cluster, software. That's the name of the class now. So that time what you do, there should not be any space between the two words. Okay, remember when you are using identifier, when you are giving a variable name, can you give space? Same rules. Okay, class, cluster, software, no space, but the second word, first letter should be again caps. So means the first letter of every word should be what now? Caps. The first letter of every word should be caps. We call it as camel casing. You know camel's back now? It will go like this. So this is how you should give the class names. Understood? Now function names in Java, what we do, it should start with small letter. Function names should, see this is how you write the class. But supposingly I am having a function now. Like I might have, you know what are functions now? Functions contain what? Logic. C you write function, C++. Yeah, I'm going to teach you how to write functions, but definitely they have names. Okay, supposingly I'm having a function by name fun. F should be small. First letter should be small. Supposingly I'm having one function by name save. S should be small. But if the function has two words, okay, that time what will happen? First letter of the function should be small only. First letter of the first word. Second word, first letter should be caps. Save employee. This is the convention what we follow. So for a class what happens? First word will only be caps. For a function what will happen? First word, first letter will be small. Then it continues, same thing. Are you clear with this now? These are the conventions what we follow. See here, when you write a class name, C and S are caps. But the same if I want to write a function, C will be small, S will be caps. Supposingly, see there is a function by name what now? Cluster software. So you understood now what happens. C will be small, S will be. Based on that grounds you notice M is small now. M is what? Name of the function now. So it should be small only. M also should be small, but it's not a keyword, it's a name of a function. Next, string. Sorry about this, if it is not very clear. Okay, see this. String, I have written here string. String, yes, should be caps. Compulsory in string, yes, should be caps. Why it should be caps? Any idea? It's a built-in class name. It comes from the library now. I showed you rt.jar now. rt.jar, I told you it is library, it contains classes. This class is coming from that rt.jar. Clear? So a string is a class coming from rt.jar. So developers use built-in class. So this is one of the built-in class what we are using. So that's why S is caps. So whenever you see to use, we are following convention. By chance if they had given the class name as string S small, it would have been confusing, very difficult for me to use now. So if I had given class name in small case, you give it in caps, very difficult to use. Blindly we follow the standard. Understood? So S is caps. Now what is args? Next you might have one more question. What is args? It is a variable name. Go with basics, very simple basics you go. See generally in a function, okay, I'll tell you put together. String args is what you know? Put together. It is called as a parameter. You know functions? I have written void m1. In C I have written int a. What is this int a now? Parameter. A is a parameter of type int. Yes or no? If I write like this, now A is a parameter of type int, but it's a parameter of type array. Same here, args is a string args is a parameter, but args is a variable name and it's of type string and it's a string array. Here it is int array, there args is a string array. Understood? Time being you understand this much, don't go more deeper. Okay, you can't understand everything here. Just I'm giving you an idea, rough idea like what we have coded. Okay, so these are all keywords. String is a built-in class, args is a name and it's a string array. Okay, so then class name, fine. Inside this now you are writing system.out.println. What is system now? See, S is caps. S is caps now, why? It's also a built-in class. So like that you have to start understanding now. So whenever you work with classes, it becomes easier. So it is also coming from library. Which library? rt.jar. Like this we start using plenty of classes. We are using it now. Clear? So we are taking the support of library for writing what? Our code now. We extensively take the support of library. Java, everything is ready-made, I'm telling you. Slowly we have started using the library. And in depth I'll be explaining you this library. We literally don't code here. So supposing you want to print anything to the console, we are using the built-in library. Which library? System class. Understood? Like this, we go on to use it. Clear? So this is how you write your Java code. So I'll clear all this now. So this is how you write your Java code. So you write, okay, means you learn and write. Now see, writing this is easy. Write means, say, end of the day I wanted a hello world output. Now writing hello world in Java is easy, or writing it in assembly language or binary language is easy. You only compare, you get the idea now. So getting output in high level languages is always easy because you can easily understand. See, it's very clear now. What is what, little you can understand. But the same program hello world, if I write it in binary 10 10 10, how will you understand? You have to sit and count down. How many 1, how many 0? So it becomes very difficult. Compared to this is a very easy language. So initially you have to get adjusted to it. That's it. Understood? Once you get adjusted, it becomes very easy. So fine. You have written it down. Now this language I can learn, or you can learn. We can learn and code. But after coding, you can't give this file to the processor to execute, or this code to the processor to execute. Why you can't give to the processor to execute? Because it does not understand this language. It's a high level language. So high level languages are only beneficial to the developers, but processor cannot understand this. So you have to compile and then execute. So first step was installation. Second step is what? Typing the program. Okay, and how do you type the program? You got the idea now? Class, it's a keyword, small. Here public static void, all are small. See in this line, only S is caps. Rest all are small in case. System.out.println, S is caps, because they are class names. So that's how we have written it now. So once you complete writing this, next step is what? Two things over. You have to compile and execute. Now to compile and execute, next what we do? Let's start seeing that. Are you clear with this? So once your program is ready, next what you have to do? You have to save the file now. See, this is your program now. This is your program, and you have to save your file. See, this is how you have to write a program now. Okay, your file name will be saved as what? .java extension. Compulsory you have to give the name of the file as any. You can give any name, but we generally give the name of the class and the file name should be same. That is also one more convention. There is no rule, but generally we give it with the same name. So the file name and the class name should be same. The file name, what I am giving now, demo, and the class name should be same, and it should have an extension of .java. So when you save this now, it should have an extension of .java. So always .java files contain what? Source code. .java files contain what? Source code. And this is not an executable code now. This is because this is high level language. So it contains what? Source code. Source code is always going to be in high level only. Understood? So we have to compile now, and then we have to execute. Let's see how to compile and execute now. So I'll type. So this is how you compile now. Java C. You know what is Java C now? In the bin folder, this exe file was there. I'll take the support of this exe file to compile my Java file now. I told you now, when you install Java, you get the JDK kit. And you're getting the kit now. I'm using the kit now. For what? Writing my program. Java C. What I'm doing? I'm going to compile now. Demo dot. Which file you want to compile? That you have to type now. Then you can write many Java files now, but which one you want to compile? Java C. Then give the value demo.java. So it will compile now. This Java C compiler can compile, remember, only a .java file. It cannot compile a .c file. It cannot compile a .cpp file. It can compile only a .java file. So what does this compiler do? It checks this file. It checks for grammatical errors. You know what are grammatical errors? Semicolon, that and all the grammatical errors it checks. If there are no errors, what it will do? Blindly it will compile. If errors are there, it will report. And after compilation, generally in other languages what happens? You will get an exe file. Yes or no? In C language when you compile, what do you get? Exe file. But here after compilation you don't get exe file. What do you get? You get one more file created. See, after compiling, you will get one more file created. Demo.java is there now, you will compile. After compilation, one more file will be automatically generated. I am not creating it. It will be generated. And this is going to be called as a dot class file. It will have the extension. So as soon as you compile here, one in C language you get .exe file. Exe file gets generated, but in Java dot class file gets generated. Understood? And in C the exe file contains what? Binary code. But in Java your dot class contains what? Byte code. There's a difference now. Okay, so this is where the difference starts off. So this contains byte code. So it will be having all this byte code. Some code will be there which we can't understand. Understood? So source file is dot Java is containing what? Source code. Dot class is containing what? Byte code. So your compilation is done. You are compiled. It is generated. So Java C in Java is actually called as a compiler. Remember that. It is actually called as a compiler. And you can compile a dot Java to dot class. Next, to execute, I'll use one more exe file or command we say. To execute, we use one more exe file or command we say. Java. Okay, and I'll type Java demo. Fact is, you're trying to execute the dot class file. But to execute the dot class file, we don't give the extension. Am I giving the extension here? No. I'm just saying Java demo. Actually, demo, when you say this, the dot class file will execute. How it executes? That you might have a question. So actually, what does this command do now? So Java command, what it does, it actually starts the JVM. Java command actually starts what? JVM. Now what is JVM? Java Virtual Machine. So Java command, it's an exe file. What it will do, it will start the JVM. And this, after starting the JVM, what it will do? Your dot class file is there now. This dot class file. That will be loaded into the JVM. It will be loaded. Okay, it will be loaded. So demo.class is getting loaded into the JVM. After it gets loaded into the JVM, what happens? Okay, see when you compile, no, one new file gets generated. Where is this file actually? It is present in the hard disk. This dot class file will be present. All your files are present where? Hard disk. So when you say Java demo, what happens? Okay, the JVM will start and the dot class file will be loaded into your JVM like this. And what is there in your dot class file? Same thing will be here. Nothing, no difference. And after that, what does the JVM do? It interprets. Interpreting means what? Line by line, it goes on executing. Line by line execution is called as interpreting. It interprets the byte code and converts into what? Native code or machine code. The JVM is the one which is responsible to convert what? Byte code to machine code. And then it will give it to the processor for execution. End of the day, remember, your processor can execute only one code, machine code or binary code. So who is converting now byte code to machine code or binary code? JVM. JVM will do it. This is the execution process here. Okay, simple demo I am giving to you. How you write, how you code, how you get the output. And this is only for one day. Tomorrow and all, what we'll be discussing? How to code programs. Every day will not run behind this now. One day we'll see how to install, how to compile, means how to write the code, how to compile, how to execute. Tomorrow onwards we continue to only execute the program. That's it. So line by line it will be interpreted, and after interpreting, what will the JVM do? The output of this will be what? Output of this JVM will be native code or machine code. And native code will be executed by what? Output you will get now. Finally. Means, see, the JVM will give the native code. It will interpret and convert it into machine code or native code. And finally the native code will be executed and you will get the output. This is the execution process here. Are you clear with this? So this is on board. I have written all these things to you. Okay. And here Java is actually called as what? Interpreter. Java is actually called as what? Interpreter. Java C is compiler. Java is actually called as interpreter. Okay, we need the support of both. So Java is a mixture of both, compiler plus interpreter. Okay, C language is only a compiler. Okay, but in Java we have got both compiler and interpreter. So why they have designed like this, that we'll be seeing later. But first we'll get the output. Understood now? So let's see now how to code. Are you clear with this? So initially to code this program, what I'll use? Notepad I'll use. Simple, means I'll be using a very simple editor. you can type this program in any editor, but generally we can use, initially we start off with Notepad, and Notepad is already there in your computer, yes or no? When you install Windows, you'll get it. So you can start typing now. Clear? Should I continue to type now? You have any questions here? I'll get the output, then we can see all this. Clear? So installation is over now. Okay, now how do you type now? See this. You can open the Notepad, Windows, or you go Notepad, you type, it will open up. Clear? So here you can start typing your program now. So how will you type? Class. Same thing what I wrote now. What is the name I'll give? Demo. You can give any name. Inside this what you'll write? Main. But how should the main look now? Like this. Public, P is small. Static, S is small, because they are all keywords. Main is the name of the function. String args is what? Parameter. It's a parameter of type. It's an array parameter. Array of type string. Then next. See, S is caps there because it's a built-in class what we are using. Yeah. See your class here. You can type. You are typing now. System.out.println. And you can start writing here. HELLO world. That's the first output what we are going to get now. Done. Sorry. See, next after typing this you have to save the file now. Yes or no? You have to save the file. So to save what I'll do, I'll copy this file name. You know how to copy, select it. Control C you do. Copy it. Don't type while saving, don't type the file name. You'll make mistakes. Make it a practice. Okay. Copy it. Now see, Control S. Okay, you'll get this location, but actually where do you have to save it now? You know it very well now. You have to go where now? So you have to go to D drive. You have to go to D drive. In D drive, where will you go? Edit plus examples. This is where you have to go now. In edit plus examples, where you will go now? We already created our folder. August. Sorry, it's on the top. August 2013. Where? My name is Ravi Kumar. So I'll go here. In this, which folder I'll select? Java examples, core Java. Yes, but don't save directly here because this is the first program. Every day you'll go on coding now. You got the location of this now? What is your location? Yesterday we wrote it. So right click, new folder you create. One more folder, 01. Whatever we type today, we are typing a simple program. Yes or no? So give the title, 01 simple program. In this location, save your file. Understood now? Because tomorrow I'll type one more program. That you put it in 02 folder. Like 02 inheritance, 03 overriding, 04 overloading. Whatever I teach you, that you put it into the corresponding folder. So tomorrow you can refer to your code easily. If you start saving wherever you want, what will happen? You will not get the files. And one of the bad habit, especially computer science people are having or what? They save all the Java files where? You save it in C drive. Which location you save now? Okay, I'll save it here first. 1 second. Demo. See, I pasted it. I didn't type. .java is the extension I'm giving, and I'm giving double quotes. Notice, demo.java double quotes I'm giving. Now it question me why I'm giving double quotes. Next program I'll tell you. Okay, or otherwise you can understand now itself. See here. See, if I don't give double quotes, there are chances that your file might be saved as demo.java.txt. I don't want it to get the further extension. So to restrict it from getting further extensions, I put double quotes. Okay, so what happens if I get that extension? That topic I'll tell next. But if you don't give the double quotes, the file, I'm not saying it will. It might get saved as demo.java.txt. If it is saved as demo.txt, it will not compile later. There are problems. That's why it's better you put double quotes now itself. Clear this? So fine. Now I'll save it. So which is the location you got your program now? See, I'll show you the location. D drive, edit plus examples, August 2013. My name, Java examples, core Java, simple program. You got the location here now? I'm copying this. So if you want, I'll open one more file new. See this. This is the location where your program has been stored. This is the location where your program has been stored. Getting it now? D drive, edit plus examples, August 2013. Okay, all this you know now. So only one folder I created. What is that today? So I'll break from here. In this location, we are having our which one? File. Which one? Demo.java. But computer science people, they'll type the Java program, but where to save only they don't know. That is their first mistake in programming. So many are what? E&C, computer science, all are sitting here. So E&C people will be thinking, can I learn Java? Okay, and you think like that. And computer science know already Java, you think. They know nothing. Fact is they don't know where to save the file only. You know where they save the file? I'll show you here. Windows E, C drive, program files, Java, JDK, bin. They'll keep all their files here. Imagine you are going and saving into their folder. Now if everybody starts saving demo.java here, what will happen? In one folder. Today you will type. Tomorrow somebody will come and type. It will overwrite now. So tomorrow I'll come and complain, what? My file is missing. You are not following proper coding practices. When you don't follow proper coding practices, what will happen now? Okay, that is one problem. Somebody types, it will overwrite. That is one problem. Okay, tomorrow you might try to delete some file. Which one? Your Java file only you will try to delete. But you will accidentally delete these exe files. And if these exe files are deleted, what will happen? Your Java will not execute now properly. That time what will happen? You have to reinstall. So when you try to reinstall, what happens? Whatever programs you have typed here, all are lost now. So it's a big headache. That's why I told you always, save your programs in D drive. Do not save anything in C drive. Yesterday I had given you clear instructions where to save your files. Because if you save anything in C drive, your data is going to be lost. So that is why I am organizing the folder structure like this. Otherwise you cannot access any of your programs. And once you don't, see today you coded. Tomorrow you try to access your file. It is not there means how will you code tomorrow? So follow all these best practices. Else you'll find it very difficult to refer to your programs later. Are you clear with this? So this is a wrong location to store. Imagine you are putting your own Dabba file into their folder. One company folder it is. Sun's folder. Sun has given you this folder. And in their kit, what you are putting? One Hello World program you are putting. This is the first mistake of your programming. And you tell you know Java here. Who I am talking? Computer science people only especially. So this is the first mistake what you are doing. So don't do this. Instead start saving in that location. Are you clear with all this? You understood where to save the file? Only saving I am talking now. So done. So that's it. So this is the location where you are going to save. So tomorrow if you want to refer, you can refer to your files easily. 01, 02, 03, 04. Very easily you can refer. Understood? So this is done. Next. So fine. So after this, so this is the location where you have saved. Fine. So the thing is now, this is the file. I think I closed that file. Okay, this is our file now. Okay, so now we have to compile this. To compile, what you have to do now? You have to go to that location. Yes or no? So let's see now how do you go to that location. See, this is the path. Yes or no? This is the path. I'll take the path. See, copy it from here itself. Select there, copy it. Okay. So what you do now? See, this Windows, I'll keep it open. Okay. See now, I'll go to DOS prompt. You have to go to DOS prompt and type now. To compile, you have to go to DOS prompt. Program is ready. So go to DOS prompt. How do you go to DOS prompt? Windows R. You'll open up this. CMD. Enter. It'll take you to this. So here, can I compile? Is my file located present in this location? No. Wherever your file is present, you have to go to that location now. So where is your file? D drive. You know that location now. So you have to go there and compile. Where your file is there, there you compile now. Okay, you can't compile it from anywhere. So you have to reach, means if you want to use a file, you have to reach to that location. So how do you go now? You have a, you know how to go now. CD dot dot, CD dot dot, like that you can go. But that is very time consuming. Instead I'll show you a shortcut how to move from one folder to another folder. What you do, just you type CD, copy that path here. I copied there now, paste it here and press enter. It will not go. Simply type now D colon. This is the shortcut way to move from one folder to another folder here. Just copy the path, CD, paste it and then say D colon or whatever drive. C colon, whatever it is. So as soon as I say D colon, it moves to that location. This is shortcut. Otherwise you can take your lengthy approach. CD dot dot, CD dot dot, CD. You can change the drive, CD, CD, CD can go. This is shortcut. So if I want, see this is DOS view. See this is DOS view, that is backside is Windows view. End of the day, see here, dir. Dir is on command of what? DOS. And it displays you the files present in that folder. Demo.java. Only one file is there now. What you can see here? Only one file is there. Dir is a command which displays then all the files present in one folder. It's an exe file. It gets executed. Otherwise, if you are finding that difficult, you can see on the back side what you see. This is Windows. Now you can see there's only demo.java. Only one file is there. Yes or no? So now let me compile it now. After compiling, you notice there will be two files. But how do you compile? Yes or no? See this. Java C is the one which you are going to use to compile. And I'll say Java C demo.java. Understood? As soon as I say Java C demo.java, what happens? Press enter. Java C, I'm getting one error here. What is the error I'm getting? Read the error. Java C is not recognized as an internal or external command. We had got this error earlier. Yes or no? Why will you get this error? Windows is not understanding this. Where is this exe file? Windows is not understanding where is this particular exe file. Means it is there. Java C is an exe file. I know, you know. But where in the hard disk it is there? So it is trying to search in the 4 places. It is not finding it. And that's why it's giving the error. See here, I type only Java C. I will not type anything now. Java C, enter, error. So to compile now, what you have to do? You have to guide the operating system to this exe file. Yes or no? Understood why I covered operating system at the earlier phase? I have to set the path now. I have to give this value to the path variable. It's very simple now. I have to give the value to path variable. Understood? So now to compile and run execute your program, you have to do two things. One is you have to set path, and one more is you have to set class path also. Two things you have to do. Only then your program will compile and execute. You have to set path also, and you have to set class path also. Understood? So you have to set path also and you have to set class path also. If you do these two things, then your program will execute. Understood? So let's see now how to do it. So first, see echo percentage path percentage. What will happen? See, it will displays you the values now. Whatever is the value, it will display. I have already shown you this. So it was in these locations. If you want, you can see again. I'll copy and paste it and show you. See, I typed what there? What is the command I typed? 1 second. I typed echo percentage path percentage. This is what I typed and this is what it showed me. But for this path variable, I want to give, see it's, and the search goes on like this. Java C is searched in this folder. Is Java C present in this folder? Where is it present? C drive program files. It is present there. So it just checks in the first one, not found. Then it will go to what? See, first it is searched in the C drive Windows 32. It is not found. Then the Windows will search in this folder. Then it will search in this folder. And lastly it will search here. So it does not find what? Java C anywhere. And it gives you the error. Internal or external command error. You understand, no? So that's why I'm getting that error. What? Java C is not recognized as an internal or external command. It's searched in all the locations. But actually, that is present in C drive program files. So that exe file is present there. And you are trying to use it where? In this location. So actually I'll show you where is the location of the bin folder, exe file. See, this is the exe file you have got. JDK bin. So your exe file is actually present This is your program location. This is your okay program location. No, next, where is the Java C location? Java C and Java location is where now? These are exe file now. Where it is present? See, in this location. Now your program is here, but that exe file is there. How will you use that exe file here now? You can't use it. But what you can do is, you can give the location of this to the path variable. If you give it to path variable, now path variable will will allow you to access that exe file in this location. So put the heading as now setting path and class path. Put the heading setting path and class path. Put the heading as that. Put the heading setting path and class path. Take the first one, path. Path. Take the first one. Path is a variable name used by Windows operating system to locate the binary files or exe files. Path is a variable name used by Windows operating system to locate the binary files or exe files. Done? Okay. It is case insensitive. Next point. It is case insensitive. Then next point. When we provide the binary files, when we provide the binary files or exe files, when we provide the binary files or exe files, one second, when you provide the location you add, when we provide the location, one point you add, location of binary files or exe files to the path variable. Continue. When we provide the location of binary files or exe files to the path variable, then those binary files are accessible in any folder or any drive of the operating system. Next point. Next heading now. Class path. Next heading now. Class path. Class path is a variable name used by JVM. Class path is a variable name used by JVM. Class path is a variable name used by JVM to locate what? To locate the Java libraries, or in bracket or you write like this, dot class files. Don't write dot. Class path is a variable name used by the JVM to locate the Java libraries or the dot class files to what did I say? Class path is a variable name used by JVM to locate the Java libraries or dot class files. Next point you write. It is also case insensitive. Next point. When we provide the Java libraries, the location, when we provide the location of the Java libraries or dot class file, when we provide the Java libraries, when we provide the location of the Java libraries or dot class files to the class path variable, then those binary, then those Java libraries, will be accessible. Then those Java libraries will be accessible in any drive or folder of the operating system. In any drive or folder of the operating system. Any drive or folder of the operating system. So till now I explained you path. I have not explained you class path. Are you clear with this now? So we have to do these two settings and then your program will execute now. You have installed, you have coded, you have compiled. It means compilation is becoming a problem now. So how to do it now? Let's see. Because you have to set what? Path and class path. You understood the problem here now? So let's see now how to set the path. So next, the thing is, see, there are many ways to set path and class path. There are many ways. I'll show you right now 2 ways. Okay, put the heading like, okay, means we can set the path and class path in, next point you write now. We can set the class path and class path in many ways. We can set the path and class path in many ways. We'll see the first approach. First one you see, DOS prompt. First approach now, DOS prompt. Means setting class and class path using DOS prompt. Setting path and class path using DOS prompt now. I'll show you how to set the path and class path in DOS prompt. First I'll show you that. So there are some difficulties here. That is why we'll do it in one more place. With that I'll show you next. Clear? So now how do you set? Let's see. We got the problem here now. So what I'll do now? See now, carefully observe. Setting path and class path in DOS prompt now. You can set it here. So how do you set? You know, echo percentage path, when you type, what happens? You can see here. This is the current value. Are you clear with the current value? I've written it here also back. Echo percentage path percentage means this is the value what you are getting now. Fine. Now I want to give this new value to what? Path variable. So you can do it. See this. It's very simple. I'll type set. What did I type? Set. Path is equal to, give that value. Which value? You have your Java location now, bin. Take this, copy it always, don't type. Set path is equal to, and you can give this value. Paste it. That's it. And put semicolon and press enter. Path, if for path variable you are giving another value now. See, in C language you give now int a is equal to 10, a is equal to 20. What happens? You can give like that. Same way I am giving a value to this variable. Okay, so it's given. Now you see echo percentage path percentage. What is the output? Path has been set, but there is one problem here. The old value has been replaced with the new one. What was the earlier value of path? What was the earlier value of path? This one. All this. Right now what it is printing? Only Java thing it is printing. But I want that plus this now. I don't want to remove that. I want that, and this one should be appended to that. That is the actual requirement. Understood? So that is the problem. Now we have overwritten. So anyway, luckily what happens, if you do anything in DOS prompt, it will affect only one window. So whatever settings you have done has not been made to the computer now. It is affecting only one window. You try opening another window now. See, Windows E, I'll open a new window. Windows R, I'll go to command prompt. Here I'll type echo percentage path percentage. See what is happening? It's showing me the old one only. Okay, means whatever you type here in DOS prompt is applicable to a single window. So that's why, see, I want old plus new. So what I'll do? I'll close this window now. It's waste now because I have replaced it. I don't want to replace. I want to append. So how will I append? See this. It's very simple. Set path is equal to what? I want old plus new now. So I'll say percentage path percentage. Means it will take the old value, existing value. Now, see here there's a problem. You have got one slash there now. So if I append anything to that, what will happen? Okay, so it will not be searched properly. I want to terminate that. So that is why I'll put on semicolon there. Means now see, we are appending. Now what is going to be appended? Semicolon also will be appended now. And then I'll put what? My Java value. Okay, so let's see this now. This is your Java value now. So I'll paste. This is your Java value. Again you terminate with semicolon. It's always better you follow this practice. Terminate with semicolon. So I terminated, then I'll append this, then again I'll terminate. Press enter. Now you see echo percentage path percentage. Fine. Now you can see old plus new. And you can see while appending what is happening now. Semicolon is coming here now. Where is semicolon? You can see here. Earlier semicolon was not there, so that's what I did. Set path is equal to percentage path percentage. Whatever value is there, take, plus append that with what? Semicolon and this one. Path has been set now. Now you can use Java C here. Because if I type Java C here, what will happen now? It will refer to the path variable. Path variable, what it will do now? See, this is the value now, actual value now of path. What is the actual value of path now? Notice. Everything is there. Only one extra thing has come. What is the extra thing? See, now it will search here. If not found, it will go here. If not found, Windows operating system will search here. If not found, it will go to this location, and finally it will find it here. And it will execute. Not only Java C, Java command also I need. Both can execute now. So this is how you set the path. Apart from this, we have to set what? One more thing. What? Class path also. So class path is also one more variable name. So right now, echo percentage class path percentage I'll type. Nothing is there. Variable has still not been created here. Variable only has not been created. So when it is not created, what value it will display? It will display as it is. So now I'll create also and give a value also. So you can also create variables now in Windows operating system. Like how you saw there are many variable names, now you can also create. So this is how I'll create now. Set, see this, class path is equal to whatever existing, always practice this. What? Existing plus new one. Existing it is not there, fine, but just have always this practice. Percentage class path percentage, then what you will do? Semicolon plus, you write semicolon dot semicolon. I'll tell you what is that dot. Semicolon dot semicolon, and one more value you have to give. What is that value now? Go to this one only, bin. You go to lib, you know lib now? Which lib? This lib, and here you are having tools.jar now. Yes, simply type your slash and type T. Copy it. Don't type. Simply type slash and press T, you will get that full link. Copy it and set it here. Set class path is equal to whatever plus this one now. Paste it. Again terminate with semicolon. These two things you do. Now you type echo percentage class path percentage. Enter. So now it shows you. What is the value of this? Semicolon dot semicolon, and this value it will show you. Understood? Are you clear with this? So fine. So then now you can compile and execute. Why do you have to set class path? Later on I'll tell you. Okay. But you have to set path and class path. Now I'll type Java C. See now we can compile now. So to compile and execute, what I have to use? I have to do set path and class path. See, I'll go to this. Now this is one second. Yeah, this is our simple program. This is our screen now. So we are here. Carefully see back. I'm going to compile. But to compile, I should reach to that location now. Where is the location? D drive. So go to you have set the path and class path. Good. But go to that location. CD. Where will you go now? You have to go to that location. CD. Paste. You are in that location. D colon, you are in that location now. Now you type. What you will type? What will you type? Java C. Java C. Okay, I will only type Java C. Notice what happens now. Something is getting executed now. That clearly shows that Java C is getting executed now. Earlier you are getting error. So this clearly shows that Java C is getting executed now. I am not telling Java C demo.java. I just type Java C. I am not getting that error now, internal or external command error. This is your first aid kit. First aid kit means what? You have to check whether Java is working or not. Okay, same way you type Java command. Only Java you type, don't type anything. Press enter, it will display something like this. This clearly shows that Java is getting executed now. Understood? So then next, I will compile now. Leave that now. About this one you can leave, next we will compile. See, Java C. Java C. What I'll do now? Demo.java. Now it will compile. Set path and class path. So why you have to set it? Because I want to use the exe files here. That is why I am guiding the operating system to this particular exe files. Now as soon as I type this, OS will do what now? It will refer to path variable. Java C will start executing, and that Java C, what it will do? It will take demo.java and it will compile it. That's how it will be compiled. So you can notice now on the top you see only demo.java is here. In the back you see. As soon as I compile, notice what happens. One dot class file gets created there. Yes or no? It is getting automatically generated. Did I code? No, it got generated. So after compilation, this happens. Now, to execute, what you say? Java demo you say. Fine, you will get the output. Both are executing. Java, what did it do? It starts the JVM. It starts the JVM. And what is the JVM going to do? This demo.class is here now. That's a virtual machine, you can't see it. When you type Java, the JVM will start. The dot class from the hard disk is loaded. I'm not saying it will be fully copied, means it is loaded. One copy of that will be put into the JVM. The JVM interprets this bytecode line by line and it will execute now. This is the execution process. So compilation has to be done and execution has to be done. Fine. Now let's see what is there, the content of the dot class file. You are having curiosity. Right click, say open. You can open it with notepad only. Just I'll show you what is the content. Can you understand this? This is only bytecode. We don't understand. The big lines of code are there. Just see, this is what is there. So line by line it will interpret. What is Java command doing? Java command, it will load this dot class file. So this is the dot class file which is getting loaded into the JVM. Line by line it is interpreted. Okay, converted into what? Binary code and then executed. This is the execution process. Understood? This is how the program goes on getting executed now. So initially, see, one day you have to bother about this. From tomorrow only coding and executing. Just in depth I'm taking now how the Java is installed, how you code, how you compile, how you execute. Just doing this. Tomorrow onwards you will not be doing all this. You will only compile, execute, compile, execute. It will be very simple now. Okay, so done. I just showed you. This is how it goes on executing. Are you clear with this? Okay, so there's one more problem. See, I'll close this now. If you want, you can type one more program. I'll show you that. See, I'll type one more program now. One more program if you want, you can type. So again, you can open one more notepad. Start typing. You can type anything now. Class demo I wrote now. I'll write hello. Again, you can type. You can type anything here, but it should start with what? C small. Okay, means it's a keyword. Then what? Public, static, void, main. What will happen now? String, args. Same thing, no change. And I want to print something like hello. Anything you want to print now. You can print your name also. That's your wish. But this is how you write your program. This is standard now. So system dot out dot println. You can say welcome. You can write 1000 lines of code. That is secondary here. I'm just writing one line today. Okay. And I'll save the file now. You have to save now. How will you save now? Copy this. Don't type. Control C. Paste it. Okay. See, now I'm putting the extension dot Java. And I'll put double quotes. You know why I'm putting double quotes? Is it getting clearer now? As soon as I save this, it is saved now. It is saved in the same location. Now see in the back. Hello.java is there. But I cannot execute this program. Why? Because still I don't have dot class. Okay, but why I should give the dot means double quotes. If I don't give double quotes, the file will get saved like this now. And your Java C command is there now. If you type Java C hello.java, what will happen now? It will give an error. File not found, it will tell. Actually, file will be saved like this. Okay, and if you try to compile like this now, Java C hello.java.txt, this compiler cannot compile a .txt file. It has been designed to compile what? Only .java file. It cannot compile .c, .cpp, .txt, .doc and all that. So it has been designed to compile only .java file. So that is why to stop it from carrying further extensions, we put the double quotes. That's it. Understood now? We'll have problems like this. So better, I'm not telling it will be saved. It might be saved with that extension. So better precautionary measure, you put the double quotes. So done. So that's why what I did, I put double quotes and saved it. Are you clear with this? Next, what I have to do? Compile. So now compiling is very easy. Go there. What do you do now? If you want, you can see backend what happens. See, this is there, back. Now demo.class is not there. If I try to execute Java demo, it will not execute. It says what? See the error? Sorry, Java hello, no? Demo.class is there. I have to execute what? Java hello. You get no class definition found error. Clearly notice that it's telling you what error it tells. No class definition found error. Hello.class is not found. That's why it's not executing. So to execute now, what you have to do? You have to compile. Compile it. Java C what? Hello dot Java. Any errors are there, it will report, else it will compile. And you can see back what happened. Hello.class has been generated. And now you can execute Java. It will execute. As simple as this. Understood? Okay, so you have coded today. And tomorrow I'll close that DOS prompt. There's one problem now, what we face. Okay, there's one more major problem what we are facing now. See this, again I'll open the DOS prompt. I'll go to this location. Windows R, again go to the DOS prompt. See, tomorrow I want to execute my program. So you'll go to that location, cd, whatever the path is, you'll give this, you'll go to that location, you are in the location, and I try to execute my program now. Java demo. It is there, but we get this error. I think. Okay, Java C. I'll try to compile. Just see this. Java C. I'll try to compile hello dot or demo, anything, any file you try to compile now, you get the same error. Java C is not recognized as an internal R. You can't use it. Why? Again you have to set what? Path and class path. Becomes a big headache now. So in every window what you have to do now? Go on setting path and class path, which is a very big headache. Understood? So that is why we have an alternative here. Instead of setting the path and class path in DOS prompt, we'll set it directly in environment variables. If you set it there, you'll not have this problem. So only once you'll do the setting now. From tomorrow it'll start executing itself. Understood? So what is the drawback of setting path and class path in DOS prompt? It is applicable to a single window. Every new window you open, again you have to set, which is a big headache. So before you execute, what you have to do? Set path, set class path, all that you have to do. But this is one approach I showed you. This is one of the approach to give set what? Path and class path. So next I show you how to set it in environment variables. If you set it there, permanent. Directly what will you do? You'll go to your location and start typing now. Java C, Java. Java C, Java. It will be very comfortable for you now. So next I show you how to set path and class path in what? Environment variables. So do this setting today and get the first output. Tomorrow only you will be concentrating on what? Programming, language. Understood? So do these settings today. So I'll close this. Now what you do? Okay, for setting it in which one? Environment variables, go to computer, right click, properties. Understood? Advanced system settings, go there. Then environment variables. Yes, you know the location, go there. So here path is there, yes or no? For this what I can give? I can give this value. Which value? C drive bin. I can give this value. See here. C drive, program files, Java, JDK, bin. Copy this path. Go where? Go to this location, click edit. Click edit. Click edit, see it will come up now. See one more thing, if you notice here, see you are going to set the value now. Okay, for path variable and class path. Top you can see user variables. Bottom you can see system variables. There are two, means see your computer can have many users. I have logged in as a user. Okay, if I set here, it will be available to only one user. But if I do the settings here now, it will be available for all the users. So better you do it in system variables. You got the difference between these two settings now? If you set path and class path here, only one user. If I set it here, for all users. So better you set it in system variables. Got the difference between setting path and class path here? Fine. Next. So for setting here, I'll select path and I'll say edit. Don't, because you want to add value to it. And come to home, press home, come to the beginning. It's always better you come to the beginning. And paste that value here. Say pasted. And put semicolon. Terminate. Else it will get appended. This is one way to do it, very simple approach. But generally we don't follow this. It's done now. Path and class, which one path has been set for what? Java also, Java C also. Next you have to set what? Class path. Class path also is set like this only, very simple. I'll show you that next. Okay, but we generally don't do like this. Professionally what we do is, I'll show you now. This is done, correct. I'll cancel this. Professionally how you set the path and class path in environment variables is, okay, let us see this now. We do it like this. I'll clear all this now. Okay, professionally how do you set? Let's see now. Shall I clear what I have written? You understand how you coding? After you code, what happens? Compilation, and then what happens? You execute. So I'm just showing you how to set what? Path and class path now. That's it. Where? That too, most important now, environment variables. Do these settings today. From tomorrow, comfortably you will start coding. Understood? Comfortably you will start coding. I'll clear all now. Okay, see this next. For doing that, see here, I'll say new. What I'm saying? New. Professionally in companies they do like this. You can do like that, but professional stand way of setting path and class path is this. You click new. You can also create your own variable name. Like how there are so many variable names now, you can also create. Generally, we give our variable name. In caps you give. It is case insensitive. You can give it in small also, but give it in caps. Java underscore home. So we are creating a new variable name. And for this value what I'll give is, see this carefully. Okay, go to, one second. Go to, go to JDK 1.6. Up till here, you copy. Up till where? Just one level above bin. Or up to the version 1.6 it's telling now, copy till there. Copy this. And that value you provide here, that's it. And don't put semicolon here. I want something to be appended. Don't put semicolon here. I want something to be appended. So this is done. Say OK. Just say OK. Now you can see one variable is created here with the name what? Java home. Are you getting this now? You can go and type in DOS prompt echo Java underscore home. What it will display? This value it will display. Echo percentage Java underscore home. It will show you the same value. Understood? Fine. After this, now see how will I set the path. Now I'll select path and I'll say edit. I'll say edit. So then what I'll do, I'll come to home. Better always set it in the beginning, don't set it in the last. Let Java C be searched in the first. Okay, so now what I'll do, I'll write percentage Java underscore home percentage slash what? Bin. Bin should be in small case. Bin semicolon. End of the day, the meaning is same only, no? What is the value of Java underscore home? You can see here. What is the value of Java underscore home? C drive and all that. So that will be replaced. We professionally do like this. Why we do like this, you'll understand later. Understood? Do it. So whatever the value is there in Java underscore home will be appended with what? Slash bin. That's why I didn't put semicolon for what? Java home, because I want this to be appended there. And I'll say OK. Now see this. It has been appended. So actually what is the value of this one now? Java home. This is the value. That will be appended with what? Slash bin. Okay. So then next we have to set what? Class path. So next how do you set it? New. Yeah, I'm creating a new variable name. It's not there, class path. So like this you can create. So I'll type class path. It can be caps or small, no issues. Okay, I'll go with caps only. Class path. What is the value I'll give now? Can you guess? Okay. Semicolon dot semicolon. For this you give semicolon dot semicolon. Semicolon. I'll tell you why semicolon dot semicolon later. And the value what will be is you have to give it till tools.jar. Yes or no? End of the day you have to give it till where? Tools.jar. So I'll type now Java underscore home slash, sorry, percentage java underscore home percentage slash. I will copy this value from here only. Lib is there now. Slash tools. So copy this here like this. Up till from slash you copy. Slash lib slash tools.jar. Come here and paste it. Come here and paste it. Again put semicolon. Terminate. When you want to terminate, put semicolon. Don't terminate java underscore home because these two things have to be appended to that. But these things you have to terminate. Once you say OK, now the value has been set. You can see here class path also is there. Path is also there now. Class path also is there. So now say OK and then say OK. It is applied. Now we'll close all this. Now it is not required. All this folder filter and all is not required. We'll close everything. You come to your DOS prompt now. CMD you go and now you type Java C in small case. The variable names are case insensitive, but these commands are case sensitive. Java C. It's working now. Earlier what was happening? Error. Now see Java. Error. Sorry, it is executing. Earlier means every time you open a window, what are you doing? Setting path and class path. Now that headache is gone now. So gradually as the coding progresses, all this will be removed. You will have a very easy style of coding. Compiling also will not do. Simply directly what? Output. We have to do little settings. To take you to that level, it takes some time. Technically I am taking you. This is the way. Slowly I am taking you from low level to high level. Directly if I show you high level, you will not be comfortable. So that's why I am carrying you slowly like this. Fine. Now what you do, once your things are ready, now you can open DOS prompt. See this, I am opening DOS prompt, Windows R, you can go to DOS prompt. Once you go there, go to the location, CD, where? I think I have to copy that location. This program you can take, copy this location, CD, paste it here, go to the location, D colon, you are there. Now directly what? Java C. Demo.java. Compiles. Java. Demo. Executes. That's it. Just set the path and class path. Where? In environment variables, you can use it in any window now. Understood? There are two ways. Okay. And if you want, you can type here. What? Echo. Percentage. Path. Percentage. Now see, earlier what was the value you are seeing? You know. Now you can see. What is the value? First you see. First and see the first. We appended in the first. Understood? Then I will type. You are seeing this value now? This is the current value now. Earlier values you knew. This is the current value. What is the current value now of echo? New value for path variable. Yes or no? See this. This is the first value. I copied and pasted here. Notice. So where it will search now? First there only it will search, there only it will get. Yes or no? Java C is searched, found, executes. Similarly Java will work. Understood? I will type echo percentage class path percentage. See that? Tools.jar is there. Both have been set. I don't have to set every time now. If you set it in environment variables, it is finished. That too in system variables if you set for all users. But if you configure in user variables, only for one user. So do like this and you can execute your programs from any part of the computer. So I have set the path and class path and you can execute your programs like this. I think I have done much with all this. So do you have, okay, see, the next thing is, now why did I set the class path? You might have a question. Path you understood. We are guiding it what? What is the value of class path? See this. See, this is the value of what? The class path variable is having this value. What is it having? Semicolon dot semicolon, and then it has this value, tools.jar. Understood? So actually, you see, all these dot class files were lying where? Our dot class file, demo.class, where was it actually present? D drive, edit plus examples, you know, no? Edit plus examples in that August 2013, roughly I'm writing, Ravi Kumar, core Java, finally you were finding it in what? 01 simple program. Yes or no? Your demo.class is here. We were using some built-in classes, which on string.class, system.class, we are using built-in classes also. So these dot class have to be loaded into the JVM, yes or no? So these are all dot class lying in the hard disk. So as soon as I type Java demo, actually our dot class has to be loaded into the JVM. But where it is present? Here. Apart from that string class I was using, system class I was using, they are built-in classes. Where are they present? They are present in rt.jar. You know the location, no? Java JDK JRE lib, it's present there. Okay, means we are using some classes. So what exactly we have to do is we have to guide where are the dot class files. So that's why we are setting the class path. So as soon as you please see, when you type Java demo now, what exactly happens is Java command will start the JVM. But to start the JVM, it needs the classes present in what? Tools.jar. So now the class path will be referred. Okay, class path will tell what? Go to this location. It will tell it go to this, means first it will search in current folder. Dot means search in current folder. Which is the current folder? Our folder. You are typing Java demo where? You are typing Java demo in 01 simple program. So it will search in the current folder, doesn't find, then it will go where? Next location is this. Tools.jar is found. The classes will be taken now. JVM will start. And after that, fine, JVM starts. Next you are trying Java, means Java command is actually starting what? The JVM. To start the JVM, it will refer to what? To start the JVM, it will be referring to this class path. First it will search in current folder, not found, it will go here and search. Next, after starting the JVM, next your class has to execute now. So where is your class? Current folder. That's what we are telling dot. Dot means your dot class will be loaded now. Then after demo.class, in there something is there, system.out.println. Again it search in current folder. So every time it will be searching in current folder. Not found, it will go to tools.jar. Tools.jar knows where is rt.jar. Tools.jar knows where is rt.jar. In that rt.jar you are having string system and all that. And they start executing. So we have to do these two settings compulsory. What? Path setting and class path setting. Path setting is guiding for the exe files, and the class path is guiding for the dot class to the, means for guiding the JVM to the dot class files. Where is the dot class file? You are guiding it. So as soon as you start executing, the JVM will refer to what? Class path, and it will start searching. First in current folder it will search. If not found, it will go to tools.jar. So this is how the execution goes on happening now. Are you clear with this? So this is a brief demo I given to you. Do these settings, keep it ready. Okay, some tomorrow we'll go more into coding. Again I'll revise also this for you. And this is one time setting you do. Okay, once you set Java and all this do settings you do, from tomorrow only it's coding now. Compiling, executing. Compiling, executing. It will be very simple now. But technically I explained you how the compiler works, how Java command works. All of you know Java C and Java command here. But you didn't know technically how it executes. So just I gave you a brief idea, because you make lot of mistakes. You will start saving your files in bin folder. So initial introduction is very tough for me. Reason is what? Your way of coding Java is different. I am taking you into a different way of coding Java. So huge conflict is there. I have to resolve that conflict now. Understood? To resolve that conflict we are taking some time. Once it is resolved, we can start coding all this. So tomorrow I will be explaining you portability, very interesting subject. Okay, portability and all that I'll start explaining you in Java. Like how in C what happens, why you don't get portability. In Java if you write the code once, how it will run in other operating system. All that stories we'll start seeing from tomorrow. Done? Any questions? Setting once, that's it. Once you set, it is done. So set it in environment variables. Don't set it in DOS prompt. I showed you both. Clear? Okay, that's it.
Sir, in setting